So good evening. So tonight I have a special video, an online review for a new display system from Elijah's Creative Workshop here in the New York metro area. So I had seen a video on Scale Enthusiasm's YouTube channel, and I will do my best to link his video about this system in the description here. And so Scale Enthusiasm was doing a review of this system, and I'm like, wow, that's neat. So I commented on the video. I'm like, hey, that's a great idea. If it's a reasonable cost, maybe I'll look into buying it. I'd love to know more. So the creator of this system, Elijah, contacted me, and he's like, hey, I'll send you an example. I'd like to review it and give me your critique. So this is sponsored, I guess, by Elijah's Creative Workshop, and it is ID BLOX 164 modular display system. So I'm gonna pause this and take this out of the package. Okay, so I've quickly unwrapped this, and it's a fairly simple, instruction guide here. There it is, Elijah's Creative Workshop, ID BLOX, patent pending is what it says there on the sticker on the package. Some basic safety things. Assembly should be carried out by a qualified person, or somebody who's handy. And 5 of these interlocking blocks, recommended where you put the screws in for proper weight bearing, safety first. Required tools if you're going to mount them to the wall: a level, a screwdriver, wall mount, wall anchors, etc., and screws. And here it gives you an idea of recommended mounting area where you should put the screws. And here's the neat part is the different options that you can have it cantilevered. You can use one in the center, and so you can have 3 level high, 5 level high, or you can do them individually. So let's get some information out of the way. So overall length on the unit, it's not as big as a Hot Wheels. Overall length on the unit, 18 inches. Height of the unit is just about 9 inches for 5 shelves. Each individual shelf is 1 3/4, or I'm sorry, 1 3/4 inches. They're a pretty durable plastic. I like that these are a smoked plastic. And how deep are they? I'm sorry. So depth, just under 2 inches. Again, about 1 3/4. So let's see. Various castings. So here is an M2 Ford pickup, and that fits. Let's try. We're going to try some various 164 castings. So that was an M2 pickup. Here is the Auto World square body, the lifted version. Fits fine. So as far as height for most castings, I mean, these are 2 trucks. I'm sure, any car, whether it be a race car or a street car, should fit. let's try something a little more challenging height-wise. This Hot Wheels Premium Land Rover Defender 110. And it fits in there, not with a lot of room, but with enough room. I mean, it's not, and so much like the Hot Wheels case, it has these stops so that the cars don't roll too much. I mean, you're going to have these either on a wall or on a cabinet, they'll be level, but there are stops. So let's see the size of each one. We'll take this one here. So 3.5 inches each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars per shelf, 5 cars. So that's 25 castings that'll fit in these. I mean, obviously, you know, let me flip this over for a second. So they seem pretty sturdy, but obviously they will not handle like a Greenlight Kings of Crunch. You know, that's not going to fit in there. So your monster trucks, no, but I'd assume that, you know, 90% of your castings will fit. We've tried the Land Rover, the 2 trucks, lifted trucks. Yeah, I think for the most part, I mean, I wouldn't try and put in a model on a base or a plinth like this Mercedes, although it might fit as far as height and actually damn close with the plinth in there. So, I mean, if you have M2 or Kyosho or any of these that are on, or you know, Beyonce that are on these plinths, they will fit without the acrylic cover. And actually they fit fairly well. I mean, depending on the size of the plinth. But I you know, I suspect they were designed to have castings without the plinth. That would make sense, you know. And so there's the Dido. There's the M2 Torino. Oh, sorry. You guys make your videos, so you know how sometimes it can be tough to look through the camera and do something like this at the same time. And I never claimed to be a professional. Not at this, anyway. EJ had asked for feedback. Well, so if I remember, the version that Scale Enthusiasm showed was, I think, a clear plastic. And one of the things I was saying, oh, geez, I wish it was smoked. So I'm happy that this is a smoked plastic. I will have to go back and rewatch Scale Enthusiasm's video to see. And there's a couple of things that appeal to me about this. And I'm going to pause real quick for a second because I want to do the whole cantilevered thing and I don't want to have you watch me struggle. So hold on just a second. Okay, so what I did real quickly is I disassembled them and I did the sort of cantilever thing where some are sticking out. I like that creatively. It looks nice. So the idea that this would be mounted on the wall. So feedback on it so far is very good. It's a nice thick plastic. I like that it's smoked. It's got the holes pre-drilled here in the back. He recommends using the top set of holes to support the weight, which makes sense. You can see I've got various castings. Oh, silly me, that's not even inside. Well, so here's where this ends. And, you know, if it's mounted on the wall, you could even increase your storage by putting them outside of, if this is mounted against sheetrock or paneling, mounted against the wall, you could actually increase your storage size, number of castings, by quote unquote thinking outside the box. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I would do it with your most expensive castings, but I mean, there is a lot of flexibility and opportunities for personalization. So I'm not sure that I think I've mentioned. So I have what's called a Cape Cod cottage, and that just means a small house with shed dormers upstairs, meaning that the walls and the ceiling are not a square box. So the idea for me, and I'm going to spin the camera around a minute and hopefully not make you sick. Blair Witch. All right, guys, let's hope this comes out in the edit. Camera accident. So, as I was saying, I live in a Cape Cod with the shed dormer. So I'm not very tall. I'm 5'8". Here I am in the attic office of my house. So this wall space is right next to where I do my videos. So this type of display option really appeals to me because I can mount it here in space that you couldn't really put, like the Hot Wheels case or the other cases I have. And you could put two of these systems side by side or interlock them, so it has a lot of flexibility. So let's pause this for a second. Okay, so we're gonna have to hope that my fledgling video editing skills improve. So now I've shown basically how I think this is good for odd shaped, shed dormer walls. Now, so the only negative is, if I'm interpreting these correctly, the one configuration that I don't think is truly possible is this one here, where they butt up against each other like this, because the thickness of this plastic here, I cannot squeeze these two together no matter how I try. There is just it's a millimeter difference. You cannot get them to butt up one another, from my experience. It's a minor thing. I think that the option for creativity here, this seems like fairly sturdy plastic. Honestly, I have the Hot Wheels case right up there, and I don't think I'm breaking any caveat here. In an email, EJ had said that he was targeting the $30 range for these. So for what we pay for the creative design cases, any display case, these Hot Wheels cases, they retail quote unquote for $50, but we all know that you really can't get them for that anymore, especially if they have the exclusive car in them. So I'm gonna give this ID BLOX 164 an 8.5 out of 10. The not being able to butt up, that might just be me, but the room for improvement, I think making each module just a little taller than the 1.5 inches it is, or maybe have that as a separate line for some of the solar, for the larger castings. So I think this is perfect for 164 or 3-inch cars. As it's shown here, it will hold at least 25 castings in a conventional manner. And if you want to get creative, like I said, if you want to offset, you can put cars on the overhangs, especially if it's mounted against the wall securely. So I like this system. So AJ, thank you for giving me the opportunity to review this. Eventually I will probably mount it sort of to my right where I had been standing, on that wall, because this I think gives enough opportunity. And so just to show you real quick, this is not real tough to separate. Hold on. Little leverage. Again, if I wasn't reaching around the camera, this would go much smoother. See? So, I mean, you could use each one of these individually, in an odd space, or even like a chair rail in an office. So I think these are, from what, in my opinion, they seem fairly well made. I mean, it's a nice plastic. I like the smoke tint here. That might even help with UV protection. But I mean, for me, it's not about UV protection or dust. It's a great option for storing / displaying, my die cast in an odd shaped room. I mean, I think it would work in any room, and quite frankly, you could just set it freestanding on a desk or a top of a shelf or a bookcase or something, or your bedroom bureau, especially younger people. So let me know what you think down below in the comments. Again, EJ, thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you for this display system. I like it. It will get use in my home. And when you're fully up and operational, I'll probably buy another one, honestly. If the price stays around the $30 mark, I see it being a decent value, and you may eventually down the line look for a taller version. You may even want to market that to the 1/43rd scale crowd. And that, I know that's not a big market in the United States, but it is big in Europe. Start slow. You know what? That's food for thought. But as it is, I like it. I like it better than some of the options that I've seen. Price point, the quality of it seems good. I like it. It's a creative idea. So you, my faithful viewers, you let me know what you think. And if you comment on this video, maybe EJ, maybe Elijah will comment, and when he has a website, we can link to that. Actually, I should look. I didn't see a website yet. There it is underneath, of course. So Elijah's Creative Workshop, and I will check his email, and if he's got Facebook or Instagram or anything, I will try and get that in the description. Like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.